Welcome everyone. Today we will talk about how to work with charts. Among many questions which you asked me, this one was actually had to wait for a few months just because the other problems seemed at the time to be more important. So let's talk today about different charts. I need to tell you though, at the very beginning, that for those of you who count that I will talk about how to, based on the charts, how to call upon different spirits and so on, that is not the way I use charts and I was taught to use charts. I'm pretty sure that many of you saw the movie Jumanji, which is a perfect example in Hollywood version of situation when you would use or one would use Ouija board in order to call upon or open the dimensions, open the portals for our spirits and entities to come into other reality. That is not what we're supposed to do. Very many people unfortunately do that, and that is one of the problems, one of the aspects of the problems which we have in today's life, that those attachments, those spirits are bothering us just because we opened the portals and we gave them the opportunity to emerge in our reality. So please do not do it. Do not also use any charts which have letters and you will find or douse for the words, or numbers. I'm pretty sure you can count because we all passed basic mathematics. So if one wants to know how many lifetimes ago something happened, you can just simply ask, should I count in tens or individual years, digits, or tenths, or hundreds? And then you will go 1, which means 1 lifetime ago, or 110, which means 10 lifetime ago, or 100 lifetimes ago. So you can find it out. Always remember that you have to clear yourself first. Do not ask if you are clear, because someone who is living off you and sucking the energy from you will never really agree for this information to follow through, and you will know that you are not clear. So clear yourself regardless of what, and then start to work. Charts, the way I was taught back home in Europe many years ago, as you can imagine, was that you use charts only on the fields which are completely unknown to you, which means what type of vitamin should I use, or what type of yoga should I use to benefit in specific health condition, or maybe what part of the digestive system is compromised at specific point of time, and I have to do something about it. I know that some dowsers are using letters. I know that some dowsers do not believe and will be offended by what I said. But trust me, if you can. Just because I see the energy, and I see when the energy field of my clients during the sessions, and I see how many different type of energies they have on them. Many of them are not brought by accident, but rather are brought by specific actions. So do not teach your children to play this type of games, and do not use them for yourself. It is dangerous, and it is not dangerous only for you, but also for your family, your community, your country, and all of us. So even though it sounds like fun, find another way of having fun in life. Let's now get into practical part, how to work with charts.
First of all, let's see what type of pendulums we can use to read charts. Definitely, you need to use a pendulum which will have a point on the bottom. Just because this pendulum, and we talked about it many times, works like a laser beam going down precisely in the spot which you want to check. So, however, for example, golden hue is very beautiful, useful, and one of the pendulums which I love the most, radiating gold light. Then because it has a round bottom, it will give you bigger, wider beam of light instead of very pointy. So this type of pendulums are not the best to do this type of work. You can, but you don't have to use the therapeutic pendulum. You can, for example, use the pendulum like left turn spiral, because this pendulum is very precise. It rotates to the left to absorb the energy from the chart which you read. Or, as I showed you at the beginning, teleradiesthetic pendulum, which has the 7 grooves to read the colors, which means vibrations, one by one, and to show us the result of its work, measurement, and reading the energy. We need to remember that when we read the charts, we need the black, something black background. Let me remove those pendulums on this side, on this small table. Just because black is absence of colors, so our reading will not be infused with other type of vibrations. So when we read the chart, and I will show you a few types of charts, some of them come with the instruction. There are different types of charts. For example, chart like this, which is crescent. And when you work with it, if you work for yourself, you just put your finger on the bottom of the crescent. And first, this is a diagram to measure vital energy and dowsing sensitivity in percent. So there is many options what you can do with it. But first you can check which colors. Oops. Let's take all the bracelets and everything what goes around the hand off, so it will not disturb the energy flow through our hand. So you put your finger here and you go over, and you don't even have to say anything. You just go, and the pendulum will say by your yes and your no if this color, if you are lacking this color. So it showed me that I'm lacking red. I have enough of orange. I have enough of yellow. Enough of green. Enough of blue. I'm lacking violet, indigo. And I have enough of violet. All right. Now, the pendulum moves in your yes and no direction. So it can move like this, yes, no, depending on your movement is. Or when I work with other people, my pendulum moves into yes direction when there is too much of energy, in no direction when there is not enough energy, and then oscillate back and forth if chakra or the color is completely balanced. You can ask about the color in the body, or you can ask about the chakra, because those are 7 colors of 7 chakras. Here you have the energy level, which means that is the percentage from 0 to 100. So you can start here, and again, you don't have to say anything because you are on this half circle. And as long as it rotates, you will... Okay, so I have more than enough. 100% here means not that, well, I have 110% of energy, because there is no more than 100. But 100% is normal, well-established high level of energy in humans. So if you have more than high, you are extremely vital. Here are the sensitivity to dowsing. So it's 15, 30, 50, 100, and it goes above, and so on. So when you work with charts like this, which are half circles, there should be place when you would place your finger or your client finger. If you only have a sample of energy of your client, because client is not with you, and let's say this bracelet, it can be hair, it can be something what belongs, or it can be a picture. Put it under and then put the chart on this sample of energy, because the energy will radiate up and fill the chart with the energy of your client. We make those charts on no tear paper, which means it doesn't break, so it withstand all your predicaments in life and so on, and also the energy of people infiltrate into the chart less than normal, just because the paper is not a regular paper which absorbs the energy very much more extensively. If you have a chart like this, which is like horseshoe, you can also put the finger here. In this case, doesn't matter when you will put your finger, and then you will go from lower or from higher energy, and you go up or down, but up the picture, and wait until it will start moving, and that is the frequency on which you operate at that specific moment. So in my case, it is between blue and indigo, just at the edge of blue and indigo. So that's another type of charts which we can have. There are also charts, it's very unique chart, which originate as a Bovis scale, and now it's enriched for 2 additional scales. And here you have those black fields on which you can put your finger on, which means For example, if I would like to measure this level, I will put my finger on the black spot and then I will go along the line, and as long as the pendulum will not start to oscillate, I'm fine. When it starts to oscillate, it means that's the level of energy on which I am right now, on this level of my existence, which means subtle level of energy. The first one is physical and the rest are etheric. You can of course check all those charts on our website. There are also charts which you have a choice of many things on them. So for example, this feng shui chart, which you know what corner from feng shui diagram, in what corner you want to work on. So you will put this, because it's my house, so I will put it here, and I know that is abundance area. So here are the range of colors which I can use in this area. So I can take a pendulum and find the best color for me in this house to be in this corner, and then pendulum moves without oscillation, and then it oscillates here, which means it is between intense green, like a pine green, that's what we have on Christmas, and gold energy, and gold color, let's say. Okay, here we have also the list of the remedies which we can use. So I can take toothpick and choose one, which means that one, yes, that one, no, yes, no, no. Okay, so I have only two to use, and then I can choose to use both, or I can choose to work with one of them, which means place them in my abundance area in my house. There are also charts, as I said before, the charts, on which you can read a specific parts of the body, but not only on the body, because those are all whole systems here, all systems, and then you have the detailed detailed parts of this system, right? So there is digestive and nervous and circulatory and so on, lymphatic, and so on. So because it's small, you hold the pendulum away from the chart, you touch it with my toothpick, and it says that this one. So in this case, I am checking the level of energy. So here, the first one, I am above, I have over-energized, I am over-energized. On this one, I'm below. On that one, I'm above. On that one, I am balanced. As you can see, the pendulum moves, oscillates. And even if this is your yes and no, in this case, it shows that this part is balanced. And so on. And you can check your whole systems and all main parts on this chart. Well, that's the type of charts I would suggest to use. The rest sorry for saying it directly to you, but use your brain to analyze the situation. You don't need to use the charts to tell you which lifetime it was, or which cousin does it or did it to you or something like this. You can really analyze. That's why we got the brain to think and cooperate. So in this case, our spiritual level cooperates with the mind level, and physical level is to do it. And in this case, you are absolutely fine.
I hope I helped you to understand the principle of working with charts. Don't forget that there is a lot more to learn. So on this coming weekend, August 12th to 14th, we will have a special for all our online courses. There are not only individual courses, but there are also packages of courses which will allow you to save even more money. So if you wish, visit our website, select online courses, and then find out what it is. There is a new course which is called Broadcasting with Pendulums, which actually talks about, in more details, of course, talks about this. There is a course about spiritual clearing and so on. So if you wish, take this opportunity to enlarge your knowledge about how to work with dowsing instruments. We also will be happy to see you on our subscribers list, so you will be notified about new videos, but also new specials. Visit our Facebook page and join us for many events which we organize, such as, for example, Scientific Dowsing Group, which is a private group. So first you have to write to us that you would like to be a member of this group, and then we will include you in this group. We meet monthly, and every month we'll learn something new about dowsing to have in-depth knowledge about it. But it's also fun. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful rest of this month, and I hope to see you next month.